Apple fans swear by the efficiency and security of their Macs. Whether you have been using a Mac for long or have just switched from Windows to Mac OS, there are many myths about Mac that you need to know. The company's recent intention to move on from Intel and produce their own silicon chip is another proof Apple is going to make future Macs even more powerful. With all the good things we all love our Macs for, there are misconceptions and myths many people still are not aware of. Therefore, in this episode of Tweak Friday, we will address and debunk some of the most common myths about Mac. So, without any further ado, let's get started. Number 1. Macbooks never get affected by viruses. This is probably the biggest myth about Macbooks. People still believe that viruses can't attack and affect computers. Undoubtedly, Macs are more secure than Windows-powered computers. But that doesn't mean Mac computers can't get viruses. The fact is, viruses can affect both PCs and Mac computers. However, Apple itself has accepted the fact that Apple's Macs can indeed be infected with Trojans, viruses, and other malware. There are several examples of viruses that have infected Apple Macintosh computers. OS X.Proton infected thousands of Apple computers in 2017, designed to steal users' account credentials by accessing the Mac OS Keychain app. OS X/MAMI infected several thousand or more Apple computers in January 2018, designed to allow a person to view a computer's internal traffic, also called snooping. Although a Mac is less vulnerable to viruses, Mac users can still be the victim of Trojan horses, phishing scams, and online fraud. Number 2. MacBooks are best for the gamers. Everyone would love to own MacBooks. Well, maybe not gamers, because finding a proper game with strong graphic features and 100% compatibility with Mac is almost next to impossible. Despite all of the good things on these Apple-made PCs and the accolades they receive, they have never been seen as ideal for gamers. The Windows market has a huge role to play in the gaming and developing world. DirectX graphics by Microsoft is one of the best available in the market with superb content. Windows PC offers tons of more games than MacBooks, whereas there are hardly a handful of games exclusively available for Mac. Most gamers already know why Macs are bad for gaming, but a lot of other users do not know the reasons. So if you want to know this in detail, you can check our video by clicking the I button, where we have covered all the possible ways why gamers don't choose Mac. Number 3. Only artists and illustrators use MacBooks. This is probably one of the silliest myths about Mac. Macs have been a standard for years for graphic designers and filmmakers. But for 3D work such as rendering, Windows machines have been the platform of choice. Now that Macs and Windows machines share Intel and Nvidia processors, the differences are disappearing under the hood. But Macs still have a professional edge for sound and videos. Ultimately, choosing between Mac and PC is a personal choice for the designer. However, illustrators often choose Mac over the PCs because it has a large bank of illustrating and virtual painting apps available on their store. In the end, an informed artist should be able to work on both Mac and PC. Number 4. MacBooks never crash. If you are a Mac user, you already know, but if you are not, then you should know that it's a myth. MacBooks really do crash. It's just that unlike regular OS, Apple calls it KB, kernel panic, which is just an elegant way of saying that your Mac crashed. The Mac OS automatically generates a KB upon detecting errors beyond repair. It is the same as the blue screen which a Windows machine shows when your system dies. The most common cause is a hardware failure, either the Mac itself or an external device or application. Some of these problems are only temporary and will disappear after a reboot. Poor plugin often causes a KP, but in this case, your system will start working after a reboot. Number 5. Macs don't need cleaning. Mac indeed needs routine maintenance. If you haven't been organizing and cleaning files as you go, it's likely your hard drive is stuffed with downloads, application caches, unwanted photos, and file copy. Some people may argue that Macs don't need cleaning. If it does, why does Mac OS Sierra comes with a cleaning tool? At least it shows Apple admits self-cleaning is not enough to run your Mac at underperformance. As apps keep storing cache infinity, less and less available space is left on Mac. And a cache folder can grow into gigabytes while you have no idea. And if you will go for a manual cleanup for your Mac, then it may take hours. So it's a good idea to take help from a third-party software to clean up your Mac. And for this, we recommend you to use Disk Clean Pro by SysTweak software. It cleans redundant files securely and ensures your important data is never at risk. So these were 5 common misconceptions about Macs that people are believing, but now you know the fact. If you know any other myths about Macs, then share with us in the comment section below. Also, don't forget to like, share and subscribe.